Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, August 11th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I mentioned about a month ago that we got a new server, and the next undertaking for us was a whole new look for Eye on Annapolis. Well, thanks to the Capitol's new redesign, I now realize exactly how important it is to get that right and make the site as easy to read as possible. Man, I can't stand the new look over at the Capitol. Okay, let's get into today's news, shall we? Today, we are leading off with some really exciting news. Ram's Head is bringing Lindsey Buckingham to Maryland Hall in November. Lindsey Freaking Buckingham. Lindsey, go your own way and big love, Buckingham. I am so psyched for this. Can you tell? Tickets are going to go on sale on Friday at ramsheadonstage.com or at marylandhall.org. And I do suspect that these will go fast. And right after I upload this, I am calling over there to see if we can't get some tickets to give away. So stay tuned on that. Anne Arundel County schools are following the lead of PG, Howard, Montgomery, Carroll, and Queen Anne's counties and having cameras and swing arms installed on all of the 750 buses that serve the system. This ties in with the county executive's Vision Zero to reduce traffic-related deaths and injuries. The technology will allow the cameras to capture the license plates of a vehicle that will pass a stopped school bus, which will then be sent to the police for verification prior to be issuing a ticket. There will be an awareness campaign as soon as school starts, and enforcement will get underway October 1st. As to the cost, this will be paid for in the violation revenue it generates over a 5-year period. Now, what wasn't really clear was how much the fine will be. Right now, if you're caught passing a stopped school bus, it's $250 and 3 points on your license. With all other camera-enforced laws, red light and speed, the fine is considerably less than if a police officer had made the stop and there are no points assigned to your license. We'll check in on that and get back to you. County Executive Pittman has sent a letter to the Navy asking to lease Greenbury Point and to operate it as a public park in Anne Arundel County. He says that he has the money and the backing of the environmental groups and the state and federal lawmakers. What he doesn't address is the other uses of the land. The Navy uses it for a variety of purposes and in fact closes it down for many of them. I suspect this request will be rejected, but hey, it was a nice try in an election year in a majority Republican district. If you do want to get all the skinny on that whole Greenbury Point conversation, you want to go to AnnapolisCreative.com. Donna Cole has done a fabulous job of laying that all out. Hey, keep your butt out of the bay. Well, with all of the rain we've had, that actually kind of does make some sense, but I'm actually talking about cigarette butts as well. You want to keep them out. And the city of Annapolis is embarking on a campaign to keep reminding us. Over the next few months, we're going to be seeing more signing and more butt receptacles around the city. Cigarette butt kind. You're on your own for the butt kind. And of course, with anything environmental, Annapolis Green is going to be involved. And they're working with ways to engage residents and visitors in some fun ways involving the art community. So that'll be interesting to see. And honestly, it's so sad that we have to have a freaking program and spend money to tell people not to throw their butts in the bay. But here we are. Doesn't anybody remember that whole give a hoot, don't pollute campaign from, I guess, the 70s? Now, speaking of the Bay, tomorrow at 10 a.m. it becomes official when all the muckety-mucks will get together and pat themselves on the backs and sign the deed that will transfer ownership of the Elktonia Beach property to the city of Annapolis for a new passive-use park. I make fun of the back patting, but this is really a great acquisition, and Mayor Buckley really should be commended for spearheading it. And that's all I got news-wise. Podcast stuff up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, Peak Social and Jeremiah Batacan. Next week, Mary Ewenson and U Spirit Foundation. And yeah, I know, I keep promising a bonus podcast. It's coming. And as my mom always used to say, and so is Christmas. Of course, tonight is Tides and Tunes at the Maritime Museum. Admission is free, but they do ask for a $10 suggested donation at the gate, and I do recommend that you give that. If not, sign up for a membership. Up tonight, it is the Jar Flies, and we all need to do our anti-rain dances because it will be a fantastic time, and who am I kidding? They're all a fantastic time, but the Jar Flies are extra fun. And that's a wrap. As always, thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long End Foster Company, and Alpha Engineering. And you know what? Thank you to you, too, for listening. I appreciate it. It is Thursday, so we do have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace here with your Maker Minutes, and George from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All that coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, August 11th. Yesterday brought one final day of heat and humidity to the region for the foreseeable future, and it delivered more heavy rain and tons of lightning, which there has been plenty of in the last month or so, but it's time for a change starting today with much nicer conditions really kicking in tomorrow into next week. Look for highs today of 85 to 92 degrees with a chance for some additional showers in the AM hours before skies then start to clear as a new air mass begins to move in from the west and northwest, setting the stage for a great mid-August stretch of weather with much lower humidity and very comfortable high temps in the 80 to 85 degree range Friday into at least next Wednesday, with AM lows in the 50s and 60s each morning with plenty of sunshine Friday through Sunday before rain chances then return early next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
I keep getting asked, is there a bubble that's about to burst? Thankfully, we don't think so. The market today is much different from the 2009 real estate market. The housing bubble of 2009 was caused by too many people buying homes they simply could not afford. This time around, home buyers have to actually qualify to buy homes and put money down. When the market goes through shifts like they are now, different areas and price points react independently. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who's been through the shift before to guide you with solid, proven advice. This is a time where wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today so we can help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Wolf on the Wharf in Edgewater, on Sunday, check out their yoga paddle. Then on Wednesday, they're having a Cheers Paint Night. Paint your paddle in a wine glass. At Kittens and Cups, Annapolis' own cat cafe, Saturday, they're doing a cross-stitch workshop, doing a Pushina corn pattern. Then on Sunday, check out their embroidery class with a cat face pattern. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, registration is open for their Learn to Knit a Weekender sweater and their Learn to Knit a Wild Floral Summer Top, coming up later in August. But also check out their advanced sweater, Great Gingham, beginner cable hat, Learn to Knit Fast Tracked, intermediate hats with a sunny side cap. Their October Learn to Knit sessions, Learn to Knit an Alpenglow and a Gib colorwork sweater, Mosaic Knitting 101, and Modular Knitting 101 coming up in September, October, and November. At the Wildberry Farm and Market out in Gambrels, the Wildberry Field Markets continue on Saturday, with local vendors, food trucks, and fun for the kids, but also check out their Farm to Table series tomorrow night. At Blended Essentials in Severna Park, summer camps continue with week-long camps making candles, soaps, bath bombs, lotions, and more, with a different theme each week, for ages 8 and up. Next week has an outer space theme. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, today the Half Pint Kids Club is doing baked s'mores, and on Tuesday the Half Pint Kids Club is doing celery butterflies. Over at Art Farm in Annapolis, Sunday check out their Vibe Flow and Chill Yoga. Also on Sunday they're having a couple punch needle workshops, a 16-plus adult workshop in the morning, followed by a 12 to 15-year-old class in the early afternoon. And their summer camps continue next week with their Fearless Girls Photo Camp for advanced and returning campers ages 13 through 17, and their Drawing and Painting Art Camp for ages 8 through 12. And registration is open for their other camps and workshops, such as their Kids Art School Camp, and more henna and mandala workshops coming up soon. At the Benjamin Banneker Museum in Park in Ellicott City, Sunday, check out Banneker's Flint and Steel Making class for ages 8 and up. Learn how they made fires in the 18th century using flint and steel, as well as other techniques. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week. Tomorrow at Riviera Beach, they're doing another Crafternoon and games for teens and tweens. Saturday, Eastport Annapolis Neck Library has a Crafter Day, and Crofton is doing Ask a Master Gardener. On Monday, the Bush Annapolis Library has Makerspace open hours. On Tuesday, Discoveries, the library at the mall, is doing Create Your Own Locker swag. Bush Annapolis is doing Jellyfish Sun Catchers. Eastport Annapolis Neck Library has the Mad Hatters Knitting Club. Broadneck has their Broadneck Needle Crafters, and the Maryland City Library has Introduction to Visible Mending. And then on Wednesday, the Eastport Annapolis Neck Library is playing with Shrinky Dinks. Rivera Beach is doing a craft and chat. Broadneck has a summer-themed paint night, and the Bush Annapolis Library has more Makerspace open hours. At Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight they have another virtual happy hour. Tomorrow there's a virtual and in-person DC 443 Hack the Box working group, honing cybersecurity skills in a fun and social environment. Saturday they're hosting the Maryland Area Combat Robotics Club, with their August Macropocalypse event, which involves 3D printed ant weight or 1 pound robot combat. On Mondays, Unallocated it's Project Night, and then on Wednesdays, their open house night. At the Pongo's Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club in Crofton, registration is open for Pongo summer camps, with lots of different camp options. Next week, they're doing a Minecraft Builders camp for K through 2nd grade, as well as a robotics camp for grades 3 through 8. At the Patuxent Lapidary Guild this week, Saturday, check out their Fast Hitting 101 Basic Rounds class, learning how to cut a round gem. This is the first of 3 weekly classes. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, Wednesday, check out our Easy Custom Glass Etching with Cricut class. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Hopefully you've come to know and trust this voice when it comes to solar. Many of you out there have already decided you will go solar, but you just haven't decided when. Here's 2 reasons why the timing is urgent. First, the federal tax credit for solar drops from 26 to 22% on December 31st of this year. If you don't commit this summer, you could miss out on 4% of the savings on your solar project. Second, solar locks out today's roaring energy inflation. National electricity costs have jumped 12% in just the last 12 months. You've only got a few months left to sign up to ensure you get installed in 2022 for the full 26% tax credit. If you know solar energy is in your future, now is the time. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.